Hi everyone, so time for February favourites. So basically these are all the products that I've been loving in the month of February and probably a little bit into March now as well because I'm a little bit behind, but better late than never. So let's get started. I'll start with some body products that I've been really enjoying. The first one's actually from Lush. I haven't tried a whole range of stuff from Lush. There's so many things I haven't tried yet, but I've been getting into a lot of the shower stuff and a lot of the soaps. The one that I've been loving has been Demon in the Dark. This is probably about half the size that it was, and this is basically a really, what they call a really invigorating, or what I use in the morning is a very boosting sort of scent. It's got apple juice, spearmint, peppermint, what else is there, clove in it. So it really does give you quite a sort of a wake me up sort of in the morning, but it smells divine and it's actually a little bit textured as well. And it's such a funny looking sort of product. Like my husband looked at it when I first put it in the shower. I was like, what on earth is this? It's a sort of bright, vibrant, greeny colour with the black around it, and I wish I took that off. Next sort of body product is actually one I've been trying to sort of use up. And I'm probably notorious, I love body products, I love body lotions, but I also try and sort of save them as well as use them because I just want to try and get as much use out of products as I can. This is what I've been trying to use in February and now coming into March. This is the Pars Thermal Mud Hand and Body Lotion. It's about 250 mils. Now this is actually got the New Zealand spring water and the thermal mud and some other sort of preservatives in it. I actually got it when we went on a trip to New Zealand, and I think the whole sort of keeping the sort of trip memories alive in that is sort of wrapped up in this bottle. So it's not just a body lotion. I know it sounds a little bit bizarre, but when I sort of smell it and when I sort of use the product, I think of the holiday because that's what I was using on there. So it doesn't smell like the thermal mud. So some of you might sort of know what I mean about the thermal mud pools or hot pools in New Zealand. It's very sulfuric. It's that sort of underwater or heated thermal pools with the mud. It may look like the mud, but it definitely doesn't smell like the mud. It's a very beautiful, very refreshing, nice sort of scent. I don't know, it's like a really luxurious sort of scent. So leaves your skin feeling really, really soft, really moisturized, and really sort of hydrated. Another body product is something I actually blogged about in February, and I'll put a link down below to that. And this is from Sportsgirl. It's the Butter Dream. It's a body butter, and it actually is the marshmallow one, and it smells absolutely divine. It's like a talcum powder, marshmallowy, musky sort of scent. I don't know if you can see, that is how much I've used in February. I just went absolutely mad. I've been lathering it on day and night just to get that really nice scent. Still using all of my sort of baby body skincare sort of products, but this is definitely the sort of scent I've been sort of lathering as well, just so I can smell that beautiful marshmallow. I know I sort of mentioned in that, if anyone sort of has bought like more products, like the more marshmallow products, if anyone happens to know that, they actually smell divine. I mean, you can get them at Maya in Australia. Beautiful, beautiful scent. This smells so much like it. It is not funny, but it is literally a third of the price. I think that's about $29.95 for the body butter for about the same amount. This is about 200 grams, and this is only $9.95 Australian at Sportsgirl. Couldn't really tell the difference. I love it. I love that. And another one is more of this is a face product. This is the Beauty Minerals. This is actually from the range that my brother got me for Christmas. Every now and again I've been mentioning a few of these, and I did actually a post about these. I'll put a link down below. I think in January I loved the sort of anti-wrinkle cream, and I'm still using that. But this is the actual facial cleansing milk, and it is 200 mils, and it's basically minerals from the Dead Sea. My skin feeling really soft and really cleansed afterwards. And I've been obviously still using the other Dead Sea minerals in conjunction, but I've loved that. And it's really just got a nice sort of pump on that one. I only just use like 2 pumps, sort of rub it into the face and then sort of cleanse it off. And it's actually been able to remove sort of like any of the sort of dirt or oil from the day and makeup as well. So I've been loving that. Next thing, the skin product is actually Lucas Pawpaw Ointment. I have mentioned this one before that I actually love this. It's a nice natural product. It's basically papaya. It's fermented fruit in this, and it's basically good for relieving sort of cuts and bruises and wounds and stuff like that, and also sort of cleansing them as well. And you can see how much I've used a fair bit, and a lot of it has actually been in sort of February. Work has been absolutely flat out, and my job is really hands-on. I use a lot of equipment, a lot of sort of machinery as well. Even though I'm a lab assistant, I do a lot of testing with the equipment. So you can see I've been sort of cutting myself a lot. I've sort of been bruising myself a lot as well, my arms, legs and hands. And this has been a really handy product just to sort of apply quickly at work. I've actually got the little tubes that you can get this in as well. I've got a tube at work, I've got a tube in my bag as well, so I'm basically applying the stuff throughout the day, and then I've got one at home that I sort of apply to any sort of cuts and bruises, and I find they actually heal really well. It's also very moisturising for any areas, also for dry areas as well, like your elbows, feet, etc. It's a really good sort of natural product, so I love that, and it's really cheap and fairly easy to get in Australia. Okay, some other products I've been loving this month, some balms actually. This first one is from Coast to Coast. And I actually mentioned this in a blog as well, that my husband got for me when he went on a trip. And it was a whole range of sort of body products and lotions and stuff. But this was the actual lip balm in that set. So Coast to Coast, an Australian brand. And this is the Desert Peach Lip Balm. It's got vitamin E, avocado and olive oil. And I must admit, it's absolutely divine. I can see how much I've sort of been dipping into it. Now, it smells like peach, it actually tastes like peach, and it's not, I don't know how to describe it, it's not that sort of greasy balm that some balms can be, like very Vaseline or very petroleum sort of jelly on the mouth lip balm. And it feels really moisturising, and it just leaves that really nice peachy freshness taste. So I'll do a review on the whole sort of range anyway, so look out for that later on. That one, another balm product. I actually got this one from addictedtolipbalm.com.au. I'll put a link down below. I also blogged about this one, and this is the Figs and Rouge balm. Now it's 100% organic, and this is actually a lip, face and body balm. I think there's a couple of different sort of scents or fragrances in this one, and this is the sweet geranium, and I think it's also got rose in it, but it smells absolutely divine. And because I've been using it every day, I've been sort of just rubbing it around, so using it on my hands, I've been using it not so much on my lips, so I've been enjoying the fragrance so much I want to sort of use it as a nice sort of fragrance balm. And so another one I've been loving, and this is actually a nail polish. I've got it on now, if you can see it. It's a really nice sort of candy floss pink but a pearl finish, and it's from Sportsgirl. It's the Nail Lit varnish, and it's in Iris, so if you can see it's really nice pinky colour. Now this is only $7.95 Australian, and I must admit it dries really well, and I've got about 2 to 3 coats on some nails here. On my toes I've been wearing the colour, it's really nice for the toes as well, and I've only got sort of 1 coat, and that's still quite nice because it's a nice sort of pearl sort of finish. And I've only tried a couple of other Sportsgirl ones. The only other one I've got, what is this, the Baby Elephant. It's a grey one. This was the older packaging, and I must admit, even though this is sort of like a pearl cream sort of finish as well, this seems to dry a little bit better. I don't know if they've changed the formulation or something, or maybe it's just my imagination, but this I find dries really well on the nails really quickly, and I just spray over the top my sort of OPI Rapid Dry Spray or my Demert Dry Spray, and that just seems to work really well over it. I don't even have a top coat on with this, so been loving that. It's a really pretty colour. I actually bought another one because I plan to do a giveaway as well. I've got bits and pieces that I've been collecting, and that's just one of the items because I absolutely adore the colour. Oh, another lip product I forgot is the Kiehl's, I think it's pronounced Kiehl's lip gloss, and this is in Marvellous Mauve. Marvellous with an M-A-H, but a really gorgeous sort of colour, and it is, actually got it on my lips at the moment, but try and get it out. It's actually really interesting sort of gloss. Look at that. It's really thick, but it's not globby, and it's not sort of too sticky or greasy. You can sort of shear it out whatever you like, but it's a nice plummy mauve. I love sort of mauves and purples and that. I really like it. It's really moisturising. I actually got this from allcosmeticswholesale.com. I have mentioned before the love it or lose it thing that I've been trying to do monthly. So for those of you that might not know, the love it or lose it is basically products that I want to try and use that I may not use that often in my collection, or products that may still be unused or new, or I've only sort of swatched, trying to sort of encourage myself to use them more, build them into my sort of daily routine. I've thrown in a whole lot of stuff in here of products that I've been trying to use in February, or was trying to use in February. The first one is actually a NYX product. It's a 10 colour eyeshadow palette, and this is the Runway collection. Just open that up. It's got a nice large mirror. Oops, sorry. And it's basically full of natural sort of nudes or browns or taupes, something you can do with sort of brown and smoky eye colours. And I hardly use it, especially since we've got a lot of MAC shadows and 88 palettes that I got from Crush Cosmetics. This I actually got from Crush Cosmetics as well. I'll put a link down below. But I've been loving this one because for my sort of everyday looks for work, we can't really wear sort of really dramatic looks to work, but this has been absolutely perfect for doing highlights, for doing some really nice natural quick looks. It's got a couple of matte but mostly sort of shimmery frost sort of finishes, and really nice. I must admit the pigmentation on most of these is fairly decent for the price, and they're also really nice and soft velvety sort of finish, so I've been actually liking that. Also loved in February is this BYS one. So for those of you internationally, BYS seems to be a lot like NYX, and this BYS Trio looks a little bit like the NYX Trios. BYS you can get at gloss stores in Australia. You can also buy it online at fashionaddict.com.au. Again, I'll put the link below. You can also get it at the Reject Shop, at most Kmart's, and even like dollar stores there. So this one is the natural, it's number 1. As you can see, it's got 3 natural sort of shades. You've got like a matte sort of beigey colour there, and then you've got sort of 2 taupey brown colours, so like a grey undertone. And this has been really great just to sort of grab when I want to do a quick look. Like you've got your highlight, you've got sort of like a lid colour and slightly darker colour to sort of do in the crease if you like. And just really, really easy. Another 2 products, and again, I find NYX and BYS really similar. e.l.f. is also another brand that I find that's really similar to the NYX and BYS. And I also got these e.l.f. products from Crush Cosmetics. There's the e.l.f. Complexion Perfection. So when I first got this, I absolutely loved it. I was using it a lot, and then it sort of got waylaid in my sort of drawers. So I whipped it out in February. And so basically what I do is I will mix all these colours together. I'll use it on my face on days, for example, if I don't want to use too much sort of powder, I just want to go out with like a tinted SPF moisturiser. I might sort of use this to sort of balance out my complexion. And I'll also use it when I've got like a full face of makeup on as a face setter or a setting powder. And I find that it's not chalky ominous to the face and helps the sort of powder set. I also do use face primers, but was loving that again. And I also like to use the pink as a nice sort of highlight to the face. The next one is one that I've really used. So I got it, and it's the shimmer palette, and it's in the Sheer Sunrise colour. Again, you've got a little mirror up the top, and then you've got the 4. So they're very cream finishes. They're like frosts. And I've been actually using these as nice highlights on the face, with the brow bone, on the cheekbone, on the décolletage. So you've got a white frost, a very pale sort of pink, almost apricot-y. You've got like a beigey champagne colour and a nice sort of candy pink down there. So love those. And they don't give too much shimmer. You can sort of really make it shimmery, but I only like to use a really light sort of hand with them. Next thing is a sleek face contour kit. It's in medium, and I got this from Crush Cosmetics. Again, I bought all these. You get a nice sort of mirror in there, but you get the 2 sort of powders. You've got a matte brown as your sort of contouring powder, or bronzer if you want, and then you've got this nice sort of champagne-y colour, which is a shimmer or a sort of frosty finish, as your highlight. So I've been finding this has actually been quite good since I've tanned up a little bit in summer. I mean, it is autumn now in Australia, but it's still quite good with my tanned, well, slightly tanned sort of skin for contouring and highlighting. And I like the brown because it's not too reddy or not too orangey, so it's just a nice matte brown. I think last but not least is, I've been sort of rediscovering is this MAC Grease Stick. Now it's just the black. I cannot remember what collection this came up with, but it's basically a black with a purple undertone and sort of pinky purple sparkles. Very, very fine sort of shimmer to it. But really been loving that. I don't think that'll show up sort of on camera, but it's actually quite black, and it's really good just to smudge out on a smoky eye or sort of around the corner up on my eyes, but you still get that really, really faint sort of purpley shimmer through it as well. So have been loving that. And thanks again for watching. Take care.